Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? Well, warm weather is apparently really here. Not only is it kind of warm today, because it's been unseasonably cold here in New England for the spring, for this time of the spring. But I hear an ice cream truck just as I'm starting this video. So once those annoying sounds start, I know that summer has started apparently, or at least we're close. Anyhow, this is a video I wasn't sure if I wanted to make because it's a little more downbeat than the stuff I've been doing lately, but it kind of fits into my evolution or my journey as a gamer. And I made a video yesterday that I was going to go and run another session of Ubiquity, which I did last night. I ran it with some of the same people that I ran it the last time for locally, and it was only 3 people, which was great because that's better than 7 when you're trying to use a new system. But I encountered some resistance, and what it really boiled down to was I still wasn't entirely comfortable with running the system. Just having crossed that magical threshold that I was talking about in terms of there's only so much book learning before you have to actually jump in and do something until you become good at it and work out all the little kinks in your head. However, it's been kind of a journey for me, or it's been, I don't want to say a struggle, but I guess it's been an internal struggle to kind of change directions a little bit and open myself up to different types of gaming. And so I encountered, I guess, internal resistance would be a better word for it. And what was kind of disheartening was, it was fun. It was a wacky session. The guys were, fun to play with. However, afterwards, they let me know that it wasn't the system for them. But even, as we were going through it, you could tell there was, some skepticism and I guess mild disdain at times. It probably wasn't really for them. In fact, one of my friends, who I respect quite a bit, he's looking at what he's going to do this Gen Con with another group that he's much more involved with, and he said, well, this is I've looked at some things that use the Ubiquity system as an engine, and I'm really not sure if I really want to go that direction or want to do that. I wasn't really enjoying it the last time, so this is a chance for it to redeem itself, which it did not in his eyes. And this is a guy I respect, so that was it's not for everybody. D&D is not for everybody. And I certainly still love OSR D&D, and all the retro clones thereof and whatnot. But, when I've gone through that much internal resistance, and then I'm still trying to, I guess, gain some mastery over the system, especially from running it. I think I'm okay as a player now. I'm getting better as a player with the narration part. But just encountering some external resistance, that can just be a little disheartening. And so, it's not a boo-hoo video, but it's a little disheartening. And one of the things that I'm not particularly good at, depending on what it is persevering. It's in my history, sometimes I've gotten discouraged or easily with things, and I've certainly learned to persevere in a lot of areas of my life. Especially in some where it didn't seem like anything was really happening, and yet I kept persevering, and results finally show up, but that takes a long time. And at my age, I'm taking a deep breath and saying, okay, well, I understand this is going to take some time, and I don't know. I guess I'm being a little petulant. It's a bit of a bummer, but it's one of those things where you kind of sigh and say, well, okay, well, that didn't work out so good. It was a fun time, but it was clear that I was going to have to look elsewhere to find some people who'd be interested in doing this. And part of the reason that it becomes a little disheartening sometimes is when you get pumped about a new game. I've heard Robert the narrator talk about this and how he just stopped doing that with his group. You get interested in a new game, you learn a new system, you want to have somebody to play it with. But not only that, but in order to really get good at it and develop that system mastery as a game master, you have to go do it, which means you need people, you need some victims, you need some people to do it with. So now, it's becoming more and more evident that I'm going to have to do a lot more work in terms of casting in that and, finding some people that I can learn with and really get decent at the system with, because I've enjoyed the system. I've enjoyed the settings that it's in, that's available. So it's one of those things that I'm just going to have to keep persevering at. So I wonder what kind of experiences you've had. I'd like to make this a bit of a dialogue and not just, Ivan crying about the fact that, his session did not go as well as he'd hoped last night. So give me some of your feedback and some of your experiences in your history. That would be really kind of helpful and interesting. I'd like to, not just have this be, once again, me crying, but have this be useful. So have a good one. I'm off to my gig. Hopefully that's going to be better. I practiced the songs today. Most of them.